Welcome to another gathering of the Gold Key Adventurers Society. Have a seat by the fire as we prepare to help you unlock the secrets of the travel life. From theme park thrills to Purple Mountain's majesty, we want to see it all and do it all, and we want to help you do the same. We all have those bucket list trips, once-in-a-lifetime destinations that we'll get to someday. We're here to help you make your travel dreams a reality. Buy the ticket, take the trip. Where do you want to go?
Come on, now tell me what's on your bucket list. Okay, hey, it's a beautiful day. Okay, hey, it's a beautiful day.
Hi-ho! It's up to work we go, digging deep for those hidden gems that make your visit to Universal Orlando Resort even better. But first, travel news, including Disney California Adventures reopening, kind of, Golden Towers, EPCOT Tombstones, and running with the Roller Bowls in New Orleans. Grab your pickaxe and check on the canary. It's time to hit the trail with the Gold Key Adventure Society. Well, we've been working in a coal mine, going down, working in a coal mine, looking for hidden gems at Universal Orlando to help make your adventure even better. Thankfully, the foreman just blew the steam whistle to let us know our shift is over. Unfortunately, that means it's time to get back to the real work reporting travel news. But first, I was wondering, which mid-century country song about working in a coal mine is better, Big John or 16 Tons? It's not really important. I've just been listening to them a lot, and I kind of wanted to talk about how good those songs are.
Well, the only one I've ever heard is 16 Tons. So,
Yeah. So you've been listening to these a lot. Are you breaking out the wax cylinders and putting them on your, 18th century Victrola? What is?
I think Big John came out in 1961, 62. It's not that old. Come on.
I like 16
Bottom of this
tons
mine lies one hell of a man. Big John.
The song was about John Holmes, right?
That's the director's cut.
Was that John Henry versus the Inky Poo?
What?
Is that a Sid and Marty Krofft production?
No, it's the one where the big strong guy holds up the collapsing mine like Samson so everybody else can escape.
Oh, yes, that's
Everybody knows you don't give no lip to Big John.
classic.
I don't know. I'm a sucker for those old story songs.
Is this after the foreman blew the whistle?
Probably.
Lucky
After
whistle.
going down.
No, that was Big John.
Yeah, they called him the whistle. Because when there was a strong breeze out, there was a whistling sound through it.
So many holes. Not sure why, but a lot of holes.
Not sure why, but I didn't expect it to take this turn. Well, I thought we were going to talk about some good old music and...
Have you listened to the show before?
Apparently not.
I haven't.
Yeah, I know. The download numbers from Alabama show it. You guys have been slipping. You used to be number one.
I should at least download it, I guess. Well, I live it. I don't need to listen to it.
Yeah,
That's fair.
fair enough. Well,
On that note,
Transition to
like
that.
blow a whistle.
our show this week is brought to you by Key to the World Travel. Key to the World Travel is a full-service travel agency specializing in theme parks, cruising, and destinations around the world. Head to www.keytotheworldtravel.com. Head to www.keytotheworldtravel.com for more details and a no-obligation quote on the vacation of a lifetime. Jess, exciting news out of California.
Yeah, so unfortunately Disneyland is still closed, but they are coming up with some new ways to utilize the parks. And one of those is the return of, a version of the Disney California Adventure Food and Wine Festival.
A taste of it, if you will.
Yeah, no details, including no tastes or dollops or anything like that yet. But Disneyland Resort President Ken Potrock sent out a letter to cast members this past week announcing some of the new offerings they had planned. And coming mid-March, there'll be an all-new limited-time ticketed experience focused on world-famous food and beverage offerings from around the resorts, the latest merchandise, and unique, carefully crafted entertainment experiences. Carefully crafted.
Crafted.
Yeah. It's going to be offered multiple days during the weeks that it's going on, with limited capacity, obviously, and enhanced safety and health measures in place. And so we'll get more details on that soon, hopefully.
So are they still, do you know, for quite a while, Buena Vista Street was open for shopping and food and beverage, and then they had to close down the food and beverage. Is that still closed?
As far as I know, they've reopened at least some
the
of
food
it.
part. That's what I thought that I saw that, but I couldn't remember.
I think they're still doing the outdoor dining restrictions, but they do have that set up.
And a little bit at Carthay, you can go, you can get a reservation to go into the lounge.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of pushing back and further into the park.
Yeah.
You can have these outdoor things like this. Couldn't you have Cars Ride open or
They're outdoor
Ferris
rides,
wheel
sure.
and some of the things that are all out strictly outdoor? A lot of Disneyland,
A lot of it.
DCA are outdoor queues.
The Incredicoaster is all outside.
Yeah, you got to wonder at that
Screaming
point, like what the
I think this
point
is a
is.
test.
Yeah.
And they reopened the San Diego Zoo, and they've allowed zoos to reopen. Just no indoor rides or attractions or anything like that.
Yeah.
There's when you think about it, so much of both Disneyland parks are outdoors.
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, what was it? Chapek said the other day that he still expects Avengers Campus to open this year.
I know they keep saying
December
that, but
30th.
Yeah.
I feel like it
Midnight.
would be a miracle for Disneyland to open before the fall.
Yeah.
So do they too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what they said on their earnings call, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, I'm glad to see they're doing something that feels like a little progress there.
Yeah, and it'll bring back more cast members, get people some jobs.
And
out.
this is going to be a separate ticketed thing. So you'll have to
Yes.
purchase a ticket for this.
Yeah, you can't just wander in and enjoy it at your leisure.
Well, and all the annual passes have been canceled. So
Yeah, but I mean, with the legacy fast passer, or not legacy fast pass, excuse me, legacy annual pass holder, or whatever they're calling it now, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some discounts for them.
and Buena Vista Street, that part is you don't have to have a ticket. You can just go shop and eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I look forward to seeing how this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Heather has a story that's exciting for fans of Golden Towers.
Yes.
Golden shower?
Do you like Golden Towers? France just announced that they are going to be changing the color of the Eiffel Tower just in time for the 2024 Olympics.
Are they going to make it look like a birthday cake? Is that
Yes. How did you guess?
a great idea?
They've decided to paint it more of a gold color. They're going to add a layer of gold paint to make it shimmer and shine by day and night. They're going for kind of when it's all lit up at night, it's sort of golden. So they're kind of trying to bring that into the daytime. And so they're going to, for the next 2 years, they're going to be scraping off the paint and the rust, which they do I can't remember. I think it's every 10 years.
I'm trying to think like now, what is the paint that's on it now? It seems like
It's
just a
kind of-
rusty patina kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's kind of a bronzy brown. They call it a brownish yellow.
Le
and
Doudou brown?
Yes. And that they're going for a yellowish brown instead of brownish yellow.
Great.
Yeah. That part I thought was a little weird, but
Subtle. It's a nuanced.
We want a more
Right?
baby
Yeah.
poop look to it.
Yes. Yeah, about every 10 years they do have guys on sort of rappelling down it, scraping off the rust, and they repaint it. And this time they're going for something a little more golden. And it's going to take, they think it will be finished. They've started it. They think it'll be finished sometime by the end of next year. And they're already starting to get ready
Is it
for
literally two guys?
It may be, yeah.
It's two laid off clowns from Cirque du Soleil.
We've started painting it, and we should be done.
Yes,
by
we'll be
next
done by
year.
the end of next year. And there's
It's
all
those two
full.
clowns from Cirque du Soleil.
Make that work somewhere.
They're going full steam ahead, getting ready for the 2024 Olympics, and we still haven't had the 2020 Olympics yet. But
Yeah, that's going to be weird because it's going to happen in 21 and then 24.
yeah, it seems like they're not planning to delay the next set. They'll just do this Olympics as soon as they
normally
can.
have 4 sets, 4 years worth of trials and in between competitions. So
Yeah, and then they changed when the Winter Olympics are so that they're staggered now. It's
They're
every
doing them in
2
the summer
years.
now.
Yeah. Yes.
At the beach.
Yes, I think Tokyo is. I think I read recently that they are expecting to be able to do it this year. I don't know. I hope
heard
so.
that-
They did NFL and all the other sports.
No,
they
that's
can do
true. They got to
I've
let
also
people
seen,
travel.
though, that there's differing opinions depending on if you listen to the official story that's given to the rest of the world or if you actually live there.
Yeah,
There.
it's going to be a situation where they're going to have to require athletes coming in to have been vaccinated.
Yeah,
I mean, that's really
heard
how they're
that
gonna do
It's
it.
going to be a bubble situation similar to what the NBA did at Walt Disney World.
That's smart.
I'm kind of curious. I'm looking up right now. Apparently, did you see in the article that they, in the past, they've painted the Eiffel Tower orange, green, and yellow?
Yeah.
Like, why did they do? I'm curious why they decided to go
colors
with
were
an
like my
orange
dreams.
Eiffel Tower.
An orange. Yeah, ugh, gross. Apparently,
I imagine it's like a 70s kind of carpet deep
yeah.
shag. Carpet
Apparently,
orange.
Gustav Eiffel wanted it to be more of a golden color when he first conceived of the tower, and the Parisians always hated it right from the beginning. It's grown on them over
hate
what,
everything,
100
though.
years. Yeah, that's true.
Well,
When you-
speaking of something else that people have always hated since the very beginning, Jess has an exciting story out of Epcot.
Yes, the I can't even say it. Leave a Legacy Tombstones have returned to Epcot in a different form and far more frustrating. So these, these old, I call them tombstones, but the old Leave a Legacy photo blocks were removed as part of the overhaul of Epcot. Now we have
And there
new
was much
multicolored.
outrage.
Yeah, it's by the people, I guess, that paid money for those.
Right.
But they are back in a new form. These are new multicolored walls that are in place just outside the turnstiles at both entrances. And now guests can use their smart device to scan QR codes on the wall, and then it will tell them on a tile finder where they can find their picture. No word, though, on if step ladders will be provided because
Because they're tall.
they are roughly about 7 feet tall. If you are on the top, what looks like 20 rows of photos, and you are not 7 feet tall, you're not going to see your photo. So
Yeah, they need those rolling library ladders.
Did
or
we
just a
have
cast
any
member that you
idea
can hold on the shoulders.
Yeah. Did we have any idea that they were planning to bring these
They
back?
said they were going to
Yeah.
do something with them when people
Okay.
tried about
Yeah, they said they would bring them back mainly because they didn't want to field all the complaints from the people that did purchase them.
it. I think this
And
looks
in
cool.
sync.
I hadn't
It does look
noticed
cool.
that they were 7 feet tall, but I like the color and I like that they're not just. I mean, it literally looked like those bunkers at Normandy when
It
you
did.
used to go in there. It's just like concrete slabs that were blocking the flow of traffic and everything. This is great. They've opened that area up and it's colorful.
It's much
I
better.
hadn't noticed that it was so tall. You wouldn't be able to see your little. 'Cause
Yeah,
the pictures
that's-
are only like 1 inch by 1
They're
inch.
very small.
There's it's pretty bad. Yeah, they've been getting a lot of complaints on that. And if you look at photos, the photo they released has some cast members, pointing out their photo. And if you look about 2 more feet above them, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I hope I'm not up there. They probably just put NSYNC up there. So.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The examples I saw were the NSYNC fellas had found their pictures.
Joey Fatone's like way up there.
He's tall.
No,
No.
he's not.
He's rotund.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
He's tall in the wide sense
Yeah.
of the word.
He's not short, but I peed next to him in Mexico, so he's
I remember
he's
that.
less than
Yes.
6 feet.
I forgot all about that. Ran
Did he
into
have
him
a
in the
fat one?
bathroom.
Yeah, I see why your last name is Fat One.
He has a hot dog chain that's called Fat Ones.
Nice.
Nice. You okay, Dan?
And if you'd like a fat one,
No, I'm not. Why is everything returned to Peter?
all the best things are.
Because we have a brand, okay?
Well, are you guys fans of Nickelodeon and their
No.
wonder? No, not at all.
I was.
I am.
Very much so when I was young.
Well, there is a.
I just bought both seasons of Salute Your Shorts on Amazon Prime.
That's a good
Dan,
It's like $5. How could I?
I have got this resort that I want to talk about next is definitely for you, and Kendra would love this too. There's a brand new resort opening on June 1st in Riviera Maya in Mexico, and Jeff and I got to don some hard hats and get a sneak peek this week. And I got to tell you, it is spectacular. It's going to be the first Nickelodeon resort in Mexico. And when I first saw this on our itinerary, I thought, yeah, Nickelodeon, SpongeBob Resort. It's going to be cheesy. It is absolutely gorgeous.
I should not have had any doubts because the Charisma resorts are just known for luxury and being really beautiful and cool and high end. But this is great. It's somehow just as cheesy and Nickelodeon as you want, but really, really beautiful at the same time.
And somehow luxurious as well. It's kind of crazy. It's going to be a 280 all suite resort. They all have 2 bathrooms, which is fantastic. And every single room has a connecting door to another room. So you can get, starting with a 1-bedroom, you can get up to a 3-bedroom suite, which would have 6 bathrooms. So it's definitely very family friendly. Each suite can sleep up to 5 people with Murphy beds. And and they're
Even
all
if you're on the 5th floor, you can swim out. So it's like a swim out balcony.
Every single one of them. You're a private infinity pool that then you swim out and you can swim along until you come upon a bar or which is
bars
great
on all these levels. You can leave your kids in the room and swim to the bar.
Yeah.
It's a bar swim.
Yeah. Now, if you're on the main floor, you can swim from your room to the main feature pool, which is very cool. It has kind of almost a cruise ship vibe to the whole building, the way that it looks.
Yeah, the building, all the corners are rounded like the old steamliner type ships. It's nautical looking with
round windows,
portal windows, and it's really, really cool.
It was really beautiful, and we got to see 2 of the suites. They're very nice.
They had at least 2 of the connecting room suites that were finished and fully decked out and had all the soft goods and everything in there so you could see them. We were allowed to take photos inside the rooms only, but none of the outside. And they didn't even take us around to where you could see the construction on the beach side of things where the pools are. But then we toured a facility next door and you could just see right into it anyways.
Dan, one of the higher end suites in this resort is called the Turtle Lair. And it is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lair. Yeah.
But also, how about this one that's got the giant golden pineapple?
Yes, the pineapple suite is on the top of the building, and it's a huge gold pineapple sitting on top. And inside the pineapple is a playroom for kids. And it looks like SpongeBob's pineapple under the sea.
And even that is somehow like not tacky.
Yeah.
I had kind of low expectations because if you remember what an armpit the Nickelodeon resort was down in Orlando before it was not a.
It was disgusting.
No,
this one you can get slimed, so I'm down for this. Like the fact that you can get slimed, I'm there.
Yes,
I'm in. And then, did you see the Snick Lounge? I like that it's not just the newer things. They've got this lounge that's. Throwing it back to the 90s with Snick.
One of the bars is the Bikini Bottom bar. So that one is SpongeBob. They have 6 restaurants and they all look beautiful. I mean, even with the theming, they're well done and luxurious. And I think it really is for the kids will love it, but I also think it's for adults who watched that stuff when they were kids. And
you guys, your age group, right? Because you grew up with Nick and then have kids that are into it now.
One of the great things, though, is that they also are going to have the largest water park in Mexico. It's a 6-acre water park. And we've seen the concept art, and it looks just spectacular.
Well, we've seen it from we were on the other side of the jungle from it, but you can see it sticking up. Amazing, huge water slides and stuff. And that will also have a day pass where you can guest
if you're not staying there.
Yeah, if you're not staying there, you can get just a day pass to the park. But they're going to keep the numbers limited, so it's not overrun with outside folks.
And they said that
stay there.
People who are staying there will have some priority. And the water park is not right next to the resort, so it's not going to be loud and interrupting when you're in your room. That part is right on the ocean front. And then the main lobby and the water park are set back, and there's some mangrove jungle between the two. And they'll be, they said, both golf cart transportation and some trams that are Nickelodeon themed that will take
golf carts that are cruising through there just one after the next, all through those properties too. So it's easy. You just walk out your door and zoom, here comes somebody.
It looks absolutely spectacular. It's we're able to book it already, and then it will be opening on June 1st. And it's on a really pretty stretch of beach in the Riviera Maya. It sits next to some of Charisma's other resorts, and the beach is just beautiful right there. It's a little bit of everything. If you're a bar person, they have lots of bars. If you want to stay in your pool, you can sit in the pool.
And I like to combine the two and swim to my bar.
Swim to a bar, yes. So check it out.
I'm ready to book already.
It looks so good. And then that was one of the questions we asked. Will you be able to get slimed?
Oh, yes. Yeah. And they have multiple different, you can do family slime. You can do like a pay extra to just get slimed. They'll have competitions that involve getting slimed. All sorts of things. There's going to be plenty of
Is there a package where it can just be someone following me around, and every time I say, I don't know, I get slimed?
You're really dating yourself there, Heather.
Yeah, I know, right? But hey, I'm up on the new Nick stuff. I saw the puppy dog pals in some of the art. Knew what that was. Thank you, Wyatt and Presley and Alex and Sophie.
I did not know what that was.
Of course, what Heather meant to say was Paw Patrol, which is a popular Nick Jr. TV show, not Puppy Dog Pals, which is a Disney Junior show. Don't at me, dog-themed toddler TV nerds. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Your kids would love this place. Absolutely. And one of the things I also love about the Charisma resorts is that if you do have smaller kids and you're traveling from the U.S., you don't have to travel with all your crap, because they have strollers and cribs and bottle warmers and baby monitors food. And
you just tell them what your needs are, and it's all in the room ready for it. They even had the little inserts for bathing babies
in the bathtub,
have installed in your bathtubs already. Yeah.
Diaper genies, all the gear that you need, they already have it, and will provide it for you in your suite. I thought that was amazing. In your sleep,
weirder.
Sneak in while you're sleeping. Here's a diaper genie.
Slide in with your stroller.
Well, I mean, if it's all inclusive, that's what you would hope for.
Exactly. Yeah, all inclusive, including all the baby gear. Just strap your kid in a baby Bjorn and show up, and they'll give you all the stuff you need.
Nice.
Yeah, that's very different and cool for them.
Mm-hmm.
Something else that's very different and cool. For the best travel hacks when you're planning your trips, here's Key to the World Travel with Just the Tips. Just the Tips. Thank you. This week's tip will help you pay for a trip to the Nickelodeon Resort, courtesy of Jessica White.
Hi, I am Jessica White, and one of my favorite travel tips that I like to give to my clients is to always be prepared to travel. And in doing that, what I mean is to buy gift cards every single time you go to the grocery store. So I'll add like a $25 Disney gift card to each time I make a grocery bill, or maybe a $50 Universal gift card once a month, or even maybe a $100 Carnival gift card, or Southwest. There's several that you can get at the grocery stores. And the nice thing about it is your grocery store probably has some sort of points system. So you earn fuel points when you buy gift cards. That's my tip.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
And what is it? Target's red card has the 5%.
Yeah. If you buy it with your red card, you get 5% off. So you're saving some money.
Yeah.
I need to do more of that. I used to do that a lot when we traveled more as a family to go down to Disney World. I would always buy those gift cards and basically hide them in the grocery budget.
Mm-hmm. I once had a client pay for an over $10,000 Disney Cruise Line trip with all $25 and $50 gift cards. That was really fun.
Did you send them a personal thank you?
Yes. And then later they did come out with the Disney gift card website where you can combine multiple gift cards onto one up to $1,000 to sort of cut down on the number of them that you're carrying around. But that was not in place when I did that one. It was fun. And you can only enter one at a time online. So you got to call in and read it to the reservation center cast member who super loves you. Mm-hmm. But they're kind of used to it because it's definitely a trick that people are aware of.
Your desk is covered in that gray stuff you have to scrape off to see the number.
Yes. Well, you guys, as soon as cruising comes back.
What's that?
Next year, I imagine. Yeah. I'm starting to think it's not going to be very soon, you guys. Anybody else getting that vibe?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, MSC Cruises just hired a new bartender who can speak 8 languages. He's a good dancer. He knows a lot of trivia, and he's really good at mixing cocktails. His name is Rob, and he's a robot. I loved this because the Royal Caribbean already has a few ships that have the robot bar on board, but those are a robot arm.
That's pretty cool, though.
It is really neat. Yeah. This one is actually Rob is a humanoid robot. So he's kind of what you think of when you think of a robot. And his bar is called the Starship Club. And you can interact with him and order your drink from him. He speaks 8 different languages, and he'll entertain you while he's mixing up your drinks. It looks really fun. I love the ones on Royal Caribbean. This is a good thought. I bet you don't. You could maybe leave him a can of you could give him a can of WD-40, baby.
There you go.
Tip him in microchips. The Starship Club bar where he works looks pretty cool. It's got holograms all over the place and digital art walls. Looks like it will be fun. He speaks English, Italian, Spanish, French, German, Portuguese, Chinese, and Japanese. And he'll respond to you in any of those languages. Yeah.
Now, the real question, though, is can he understand any of those languages coming out of a highly inebriated person?
This is a very good question.
They forgot to teach him drunk.
Yeah.
Drunkies. That's...
Yeah. The first ship that this is going on will be the MSC Virtuosa, and they're intending to start sailing this summer in Northern Europe.
Wah, wah.
Fingers crossed. I don't know. But it'll be doing 3, 4, and 5 night cruises in the Med, and then head to Northern Europe for the summer if we can get some
Looks
more
like
ships
he might
in the
be
water.
mounted, his feet are stationary and he turns around. It's hard to tell from
I don't think he's walking around in there.
Yeah,
which would be
it's cool though. It's kind of like the what's the guy at Galaxy's Edge that's the bartender that's Pee Wee Herman's voice?
DJ Rex.
Rex.
Yeah, Rex.
DJ Rex. Yeah. It's cool. This is coming. He's not the only robot bartender around the world. There's those robot arms on Royal Caribbean, and we talked several episodes back about Rosé, the robot in California that will deliver wine to your rooms.
Yeah, they have those in the Aventura too. Those same kind of little robots that come over with stuff you need for you.
Oh yeah,
Mostly
And
mints.
the one that greets you when you first check in with Tootsie Rolls or mints. Yeah.
Yeah. The worst mints. ever, but it's a
Sanitizer.
robot, so.
It's fun. I dig it.
His face is too cute.
It is a little
It is a
cutesy
little
looking.
bit, yeah, it's
You're not even drunk yet.
It looks like those Lego things that are just for little kids. They're younger.
Duplos?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
that. I want to punch it. And just go straight. I want to punch its cute face.
I don't know why. There's just
Why
something
is
about
it
his
that
dumb
that's-
face that makes me want to punch him.
I don't like the way that robot's looking at me.
Yeah. It's too cute. Punch it.
We have to destroy the cute things. Why is that? Oh, well, guys, I have my next entry in our crazy festivals series for you. Does anybody know what the festival of damn it, it's Spanish.
No, not if you can't say it.
San Fermin is? You know it by a different name. It happens in Spain every year. Bunch of morons go out in the streets and they run in front of a whole pack of bulls.
Oh, they're running.
Oh, yeah, they're running of the bulls.
They're running the bulls in Pamplona. Well, somebody thought it'd be a great idea to make it a little bit easier for people to experience that in America, down in New Orleans.
Oh,
What?
great. So everyone's drunk.
And instead of bulls, they have 400 roller derby girls with bull horns
Yes.
on their helmets.
This was a dream I had, actually. I should have trademarked that. That's mine.
400 roller derby girls with bull helmets on?
Chasing
Wow.
you through the streets. And they all have, it looks like they all have plastic bats. I guess.
I've been very bad. This
Oh,
is a
yeah,
great
they're just
idea.
whapping
This is-
people on the butts with these bats.
Well, I guess that's better than getting a horn up the hiney. Which
Depends
could
on your
happen to
idea
you
of a
in-
Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, some people might not agree, but and it was it's running of the bulls in New Orleans started because someone told the founder that the secret to getting rich was to start a festival that was free and open to the public. Now that they're all broke,
What?
they decided to start charging a registration fee to covering the expenses and raise a bit of money. So run at your own risk. Rules of the run. Run at your own risk. Do not touch the bulls. If you go down, stay down. Do not stand still. Children under 10 must use the sidewalk.
Do not touch the bulls, but the bulls will be carrying bats that I clearly see them whacking people
The
with.
bulls can touch you. You can't touch the bulls. It's
Yeah.
strip club rules apply. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Are they taking applications for the bulls?
I'm
I
sure.
think you have to
I
join
want
a
to chase
roll.
after drunks on roller skates.
No, the drunks are on foot. You're on roller skates.
That's what I mean. I want to be on roller skates
Oh,
chasing after the drunks.
I think everyone should have to be on skates.
Oh, yeah. That would make it more interesting.
Yeah.
They do require anyone participating as a runner to dress as best they can, like the guys in Pamplona. So you have to wear white with a red scarf of some sort to identify you as a bull runner. And
It looks really fun. I would do
yeah,
that.
thank goodness for New Orleans,
There's weird stuff everywhere,
including in California, apparently.
including in California. If you want to take surfing lessons, you can contact the company Surfing Goat and learn to surf with a goat. Yes.
All right. I hope it's not a fainting goat.
The owner,
Actually, yeah, I do.
yeah,
I do. Yeah.
the owner, Pismo Beach surfer Dana McGregor, has been teaching surfing and stand-up paddleboarding with his goats for about 10 years. This happened when he's had a pet goat named Goatee, and he said
come on.
he liked to take him out surfing, and other people started seeing it and wanted to learn to surf with the goat as well. I mean, I've seen goat yoga, cat yoga.
There's
But
nothing that I want more while I'm trying to learn a new sport than some animal going, "Meow."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, is this supposed to somehow make it easier?
He's expanded his company, the Surfing Goat. It has all kinds of different things you can do with them. Soccer
Oh.
camps, adventure trips, things for special needs kids, just about anything, any kind of adventure you can imagine with a goat. Keep it clean, please.
Can I bring my social group, the Guilty Shepherds, down there?
Can I wear my long kilt socks?
Or your tall rubber boots if you're Welsh?
My waist visor?
Oh. Well, that's just common. That's just common sense. You don't want to. Anyway.
Well, I have a friend who just recently learned to paddleboard. I'm going to let her know she should go paddleboarding with a goat.
You should do everything you can with a goat.
Yes, right?
Within reason.
Within reason.
Legal.
And legal. Yes,
Little
within
pygmy
legality.
goats in PJs are one of my favorite
That
things.
is cute.
It's cute.
Any baby animal wearing pajamas is.
This is true.
Until they poop in them.
That's fair.
I don't know. My wife showed me a picture of a cruise ship captain shared a picture of their naked cat dressed up in a tiny little cruise ship captain's uniform, and I did not care for it one bit.
You don't like the hairless cats?
No, I don't like them in general. And then you put it in a cruise ship captain's outfit, and it was not.
I need to see this photo.
Was it the stuff of nightmares?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
My son thinks those
They look
hairless
like
cats are so
Captain
cute.
Look like that.
Yeah, kind of. What was the cruise line? Just to say, it was. She's Captain Kate McHugh, and she has a TikTok channel where she takes you on tours of her celebrity.
Her ship.
She's the captain of the Celebrity Edge.
Oh yeah, and I've seen
yeah.
her TikTok.
And she takes you on video tours of that. And apparently, she's got
That's a great ship too.
a hairless cat that she likes to dress up, and I don't care for it.
You have to put sunscreen on your
I
hairless
like a
cat,
hairless
or they'll
cat
burn.
normally.
They have special Mexico resorts for that.
Well, we've learned that Dan does not like Sphinx cats, and how to bother him.
I love you guys so much. Stick around, because after the commercial break, we're digging for hidden gems at Universal Orlando Resort. When it comes to planning your next adventure, knowledge and preparation are always key. That's why a call to your Key to the World Travel Vacation Planner should always be at the top of your to-do list when you feel the urge to venture forth and explore the world. Key to the World Travel is an authorized Disney vacation planner, specializing in travel to Disney theme parks around the world, as well as Disney Cruise Line, Aulani, and Adventures by Disney. With over 450 travel advisors who share a deep love for Disney destinations, Key to the World Travel has a wealth of knowledge and passion to help you experience all the magic with none of the work. Wherever your wanderlust is driving you, Key to the World Travel is a full-service travel agency with the expertise to get you where you want to go. So whether you're headed to Universal Studios, Hawaii, Europe, or somewhere a little farther off the beaten track, your first step should always be to visit www.keytotheworldtravel.com for a no-obligation quote. Their expert travel planners are standing by to help you with every detail of your perfect vacation. That's www.keytotheworldtravel.com or at Key to the World Travel on Facebook. Key to the World Travel, your key to a magical vacation. Sometimes the best part of visiting your favorite theme parks isn't the shiny new mega coaster or the over-the-top snacks. Theme parks work best when they make your whole day, from waking up to heading to bed, into a new and exciting experience that you just can't get at home. Fortunately, the Gold Key Adventure Society has been working like a pack of dwarves down in the diamond mine, digging up those hidden gems for you to enjoy. See, I was going somewhere with that.
I got
Let's
it.
take a look at what we found around the Universal Orlando Resort.
I like to start off my hidden gems at Universal Orlando Resort with a nice rum tasting. Is anyone surprised by that?
Yeah.
The night before you even go to the parks, maybe.
Yes. Rum tasting at Strongwater. Jeff and I did this once, and there's some rums that will
Yeah,
permanently
they have a
damaged.
rum's captain's table experience. It's sort of like the chef's table thing, but for just drinking.
Yes.
They bring out at least one example. I guess you have a set list of types of rums, so from Navy grog to like crazy stuff. These naval grade rums will just peel the varnish right off
Pro
the table.
tip, I think that's what they use to clean the rust off the hulls of their ships because, wow, Smith and Cross, I can't remember the name of the one that I took a sip and I'm fairly certain I killed off several brain cells just with
they're little.
one
They're
sip of this rum.
like about a third of a shot pour, just so you can get a little taste of it. But they have a rum captain that comes and explains the history of rum and the making of it and the process and the different types. And it's amazing how many different varieties there are.
Yep.
And that Strongwater Tavern at the Sapphire Falls Resort, which is still closed, right? It's reopening real soon.
Yes.
But when that reopens and this restaurant is back open, I would highly recommend this.
They also have really good tapas in there too. So some snacks.
They also have a occasional ticketed event that's a rum dinner. Mm-hmm. They do a 5-course dinner, which each course they pair with different rums, and then afterwards they have the chefs come out and they're rum captains and tell you all about what's going on, and then after dinner they have a little outdoor patio that they take you out to. They have a cigar roller making cigars right there on the patio.
That patio is gorgeous.
Yeah. And apparently tastings of the featured rums for their next event.
Ooh, I would really like to do that.
I love Strongwater. It's such a great spot.
Sometimes the flamenco music is a little aggressive in there.
A little over the top.
It's got great seating for large groups. That's the one thing I really liked about it.
I had never done just a rum tasting before, so I really enjoyed it. And they have some unusual rum cocktails, if you're into cocktails.
And a lot of the traditional things, too.
A traditional daiquiri that's not a blender drink. It's very, very good. Yeah. What was that weird thing they have? It takes them several days to make. It was called milk punch. Yeah. It was called milk punch, and there's no milk in it.
Oh, it is. There is milk. It's called clarified milk. What they do is they purposely curdle the milk, so they strain out all of the stuff that makes milk white, and you're left behind with just the clear liquid.
Oh, because someone in our group drank one, and I thought, why is it called milk punch? Because it's clear.
Yeah, it's. I actually just the other day watched an old Good Eats episode where Alton Brown shows you how to make.
So are they just trying to get the acids out of it? They take all the fats out?
They remove the fat, I guess, and just leave the acid.
Huh.
Yeah, apparently it has like a smooth kind of milk-like texture, but not all of the...
Interesting. The folks who tried it there raved about it and said it was great, but it takes them a while to make it. They have to make a batch ahead, I guess, because they're curdling their milk.
Literally on opening day of that hotel and restaurant, and they didn't have any because they didn't anticipate being open. I guess. How did you not know?
I think they ran out quickly, and so they didn't have any left.
Yeah,
had to make more.
Yeah. They had a guy in the back scooping the curd out.
I had a couple of other experiences. A couple of the other restaurants have similar special ticketed dinners like the rum dinner, and all of these are on hold right now because of
COVID times.
But at the Royal Pacific, down at the Jake's All-American Bar,
great spot.
They have a beer dinner. Similar, but they do it with craft beers. They've got like 50 beers, something like that.
Jake's has a really extensive craft beer menu. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so they do a paired, multiple courses dinner with the beer pairings, and they also do a craft beer festival there in the summertime. And then at Portofino Bay, they have they call it Harbor Nights ticketed dinner event where they have the opera singers that they usually have anyway
come out on the balconies to sing.
Right, but they do a ticketed dinner where they have stations set up all around that little harbor area, and you can
It's beautiful up there.
sample food and stuff.
And they are open again, finally. They did reopen Portofino.
Well, if you guys want something that's a little less hoity-toity, there's something that I've been wanting to try at the Hard Rock Hotel, the kitchen, the restaurant there.
Love that place.
It's the kitchen sink challenge. Have you guys heard about this?
No, tell me more.
So it is a 10-ounce burger, fries, a pickle, and a 3-pound slice of cake. And if you can eat all of that in 30 minutes, you get it for free and you get put up on the wall.
30 minutes?
It's $30 and you've on the rest of the day.
It seems fine until you get to the 3-pound slice of cake.
Yeah, would you say 10-ounce burger and
10-ounce burger, just fries and a fried pickle. And then they're like, oh, that's not enough. Just throw a giant slab of cake at them. It's
3 pounds of cake.
That feels like more than an entire cake.
I was going to say, how much does like a whole cake weigh?
Probably 3 pounds.
I'm going to make a cake
cut out a
later
nice little
this
sliver and give you the
afternoon
rest.
and try as in weigh it.
Call it research.
Yes.
It's like the old 96.
This is at the kitchen restaurant.
Yeah, at the kitchen.
That's one of my favorite hotels.
Love
and a great
that
restaurant
restaurant.
in that hotel. And I love cake.
Yeah.
So I can't believe I didn't know this existed.
Before the COVID times, that was my favorite place to eat breakfast or brunch was the kitchen, because they have a fabulous buffet there. They have a griddle cook that they'll make you all these different types of French toast or eggs and omelets and
A lot of made to order stuff there.
Elvis French toast with peanut butter and bananas and caramel sauce.
Oh, I thought it was
So
French
good.
toast with barbiturates on top.
Yes, stop. Yeah. Oh, so that powdered white stuff on top, I thought it was powdered sugar. Was it not?
Cocaine.
Too soon.
Eat 2 of these, you start seeing Jesse Guerin.
It's still a good breakfast there. They've transitioned for right now away from the buffet, and it's just a la carte. But the kitchen, it's a great restaurant. And I'd never eaten there for dinner. And I think Jess you had told me that it was a great spot for dinner, so we tried it, and it was really good. My
They have an amazing mac and
eater's
cheese.
son, we got him to eat calamari, and he liked it.
Hey.
It was pretty exciting.
Just chewy
I like that they have an open
chicken
kitchen.
Yeah. It really is.
I mean, basically, yeah. They have some cool ways that you can upgrade your experience in your rooms at the Hard Rock.
Yes.
They have a library of 20 different Fender guitars that you can have sent to your room along with a little amp. Or if you're not quite that musically inclined, they'll send up a Crossley turntable and a collection of records.
Oh, I didn't know about the record thing.
And
then your
both-
neighbors actually get a set of earplugs. So that's kind of
Well, no, actually, with both of them, they send you headphones, and so you're the only one hearing your musical
That's
stylings.
cool with the vinyl collection. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they have a 10 record collection that they'll send up. They also have, if you're more into fitness than
No.
As we all are.
roll, you can get the Rock Ohm Yoga Kit. Which is a yoga mat and I don't know what other supplies you need for yoga, but they send them to you, and then you can take it wherever you want around the resort so you can stretch whenever.
Yeah, you never know when
moves you, I guess.
feeling will come over you that you just gotta
do some yoga.
One thing they do at Hard Rock that it meant nothing to me, but is still my son's favorite thing about staying there is when you check in, if you have a little kid, they give you an inflatable guitar.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
cute.
Like a little
Yeah.
inflatable toy guitar.
fun
And for some reason, he still loves that thing.
Yeah.
I love
Does
the
it have
Hard
to be
Rock.
your own kid or just have a kid with you?
We're all somebody's kid, right?
Hey, see that kid over there across the lobby? That's mine. Can we have a guitar?
He
for
wants a
him, please?
guitar.
I miss their
He's leaving with
concert
another couple. Yeah, he's
series.
fine.
Yeah. I miss their concert series there. The COVID has curbed that, but they do concerts right there in the lobby.
I watched Psychedelic Furs in the lobby there.
I was so
Yeah, that's
jealous
what's
of
cool
you.
is it's a lot of older acts, like Foreigner and Psychedelic Furs. A lot of '80s acts. I think that had the Go-Go's play.
That's kind of
I can't wait for those to come back.
their thing. Yeah, that I hope that comes back. The lobby is really cool. They pull all the furniture out of there and put a little bit of a gate around there, so it is a ticketed event. But you can still stand there and watch, as I did. I didn't. They were sold out, but I still was just right there watching.
Yeah,
the
if you're
concert.
staying there, you just stand on
And
the
then I
other
went
side
around
of the
the
velvet
corner
rope.
into the Velvet Lounge to get my drink, and then come back and watch.
And now they have since the redo of the Velvet Lounge, they have that the wall is gone, so that opens right up into the lobby. We could be in there drinking and enjoying the concert.
That's right.
One of my favorite hotels.
I love that there's so many fun things to do at the hotels too. Like we were able to do for our company conference this year. We did the luau at the Royal Pacific, and that was super fun.
So fun, and they have a beautiful pavilion built out there just for this luau.
And it has lots of ceiling fans, which it was so hot when we did it. It was a little more comfortable with those ceiling fans. But once the sun went down and the fans were going, there's a buffet, there's dinner, and the show. The show is fantastic.
The whole roasted pig, Kahlua pig, that they carve up for you.
I like to have every animal I eat where I just eat out of its belly.
Yes.
Lay it out before me. Go to a steak restaurant, it's just a cow on its side.
And then they have the full Polynesian show with the Polynesian dancers and the fire knife dancer.
We were there with about 8 or 10 gentlemen and 130 women, and somehow the oiled up fire knife dancer was the most popular guy on the stage.
It's true.
Who'd have thunk?
Sure, why?
Weird.
As soon as he'd come out, everybody, But yeah, it's a great show. Hula dancing, they even during the COVID precautions thing, they were able to do it in a way that was safe, where they had people down on the floor that were doing the lesson while the people stayed on stage to teach you the hula and the different dances. So that was a fun thing.
Yeah, that pavilion is where they do the beer festival too. Good to
know. Yeah,
yep.
They used to
apparently, like we mentioned, they also apparently have a croquet field right there.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For people who want to croquet,
traditional Bali croquet,
and they have a crochet stand next door for people who just like knitting.
Yeah.
I'm more
they
of a
used to have a similar thing at Sapphire Falls that was Caribbean Carnival themed, and I think even before COVID had they stopped doing that. They
canceled it. It just had low turnout. I guess.
It wasn't getting the same turnout as the luau, but it was fantastic.
That was a great show. Yeah.
Really good show and wonderful food, and it was affordable too.
Even Jess danced at that one. Yeah, and
I was wrong.
You give them enough planters punches.
Both the luau event and that one that was the unlimited beer and wine, right, was included.
Yes. Oh, maybe they have a whole pavilion over there at Sapphire Falls where that was. Maybe they'll come up with some other event that they could put.
They should consider the running of the roller derby girls.
Roller derby girls.
A lot of grass there.
Another activity, and apparently I'm a really bad travel agent because I didn't know that this existed. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize that there was a bowling alley at Cabana Bay.
Yes, Galaxy Bowl, and it's cool. Yeah.
And also, apparently, the gym there is full of Jack LaLanne.
It is
a Jack LaLanne gym. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fun.
They give you a jumpsuit when you go in there.
There's a life-size Jack LaLanne on the wall, and I'm pretty sure they play his juicer infomercials while you're working out.
They're on a loop. Like
that's not a life-size Jack LaLanne. He was like 3 feet tall. They're pushing it with that.
That was enhanced.
Well, it would point in his life. I mean, when he was 130, yeah.
The prototype Regis Philbin.
The bowling alley has a cool retro theme, like everything at Cabana Bay. But then the bar that's off to the side of the bowling alley is super kitschy and has tiki drinks, and I think don't they do sushi in there too?
Yeah,
sushi
the food in the bowling alley is great. Yeah. I love Cabana Bay. Everything about the retro vibe. There's Alberto VO5 in your bathroom amenity. And Vidal Sassoon.
And what's the Pert soap?
Yes, Pert some retro soap. I can't remember.
It's Irish Spring because it's the only soap I'm allergic to.
Oh, is it really?
It is, yeah. Because I was like, I'm going to use the retro stuff. I'm not bringing my stuff. And then I checked in and I got in the bathroom and I was like, no, I break out in hives if I use this stuff.
Oh, that's a shame. I love Irish Spring.
Well, you guys didn't spell me on that trip, so whatever.
Jess was apparently not bathing. Have any of you ever done the mini golf at
Yes.
I wanted to last
City
time,
Walk?
and
I forget it exists till I walk across the little entryway, and it looked so cool in there.
It is.
I love it
cool.
because there's two kinds. There's a sci-fi and then there's a horror side, and it's all kitschy,
it's super
fun
cute.
for kids. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love
My
it.
family went and did it last time we were there, and I went shopping in City Walk.
My family are
Nice.
putt-putt golf haters, so
Oh no, we love putt
you
putt.
need
We
a new
use
family, Jeff.
yeah, we go to Winter Summerland often on our family trips. We like them. We're not all of us are that good at it, but it's so fun.
I don't know. Have we covered the resorts pretty well? Should we move into the parks?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I feel bad. It seems like half the stuff on my list is all closed right now because of COVID.
So much of it
But
is closed. Well, I
someday-
think the same thing is going on at Disney World right now too. A lot of the extras are closed because of COVID, but it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say someday when it's opened, in studios, that playground that they had, the 50 Goes West playground, is a really cool little kids area that none of the kids will understand the theme of.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. That's one of the best theme park playgrounds that I can think
They
of,
probably
actually.
haven't seen The American Tale or the sequel.
Right.
50 Goes West.
Don't
Yeah.
kids still watch that?
Nah, my kid wouldn't. I tried. I was like, "Do you want to look at these movies?" And he was like, "No, Mickey looks like he needs clothes that fit. I don't want to watch
There
that."
are no cats in America.
I loved
Streets are
Five Goes West.
paved with cheese.
Let's get rid of that.
Somewhere out.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like the original one so much, but I loved Five Goes West.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And that play
Same with
area
the
was
Rescuers.
a favorite of Wyatt's when he was a little fella.
I like that when they have little play areas like that in the theme parks for when you have really young kids. Disney World doesn't have much of that. Disneyland Paris has several really cool playgrounds.
Yeah, they get rid of it for stuff that makes money, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Because like the one that was across from Winnie the Pooh, I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
that became the roller. That's right where the roller coaster is now, right? Seven Dwarfs.
They moved the tree, the Winnie the Pooh, that tree right in front of the ride, but no more play area. Although pre-COVID, they did have that little play section that was in the queue. I don't think you go through that section right now.
I don't think so.
No touchy.
Another reason that 50 Goes West playground is really awesome is they recently announced that Barney is leaving for good, so
Thank
you won't have
goodness.
to listen to him anymore.
I was always shocked that anyone still knew who Barney was.
No.
Ugh.
I think that
I
was
could
just
never
for the
stand
littlest
Barney.
kids, and they just wanted to see colors and movement. And
Yeah.
Put the
Parents wanted to sit
Teletubbies
down.
in there.
Yeah.
Like
That's
the
my jam.
Teletubbies. I can't wait for Halloween Horror Nights to come back, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
That, oof.
They're swearing they're doing it this year.
Yeah. Halloween Horror Nights, and my favorite thing during that is the RIP tours.
Oh,
that's what I want to do. If they bring it back this year, I'm doing that.
it's worth every
Yes.
penny.
Do that.
And it's
Your
not all
tour
that
guide-
expensive.
No, not really. Your tour guide's wearing scrubs and
Bloody scrubs.
yes. They give you a glow stick. I mean, and then you get to skip the line at all the houses, which is fantastic. When we did it, I think we were able to see all the houses in one night, didn't we, Jeff?
Yeah, I was trying to think how many it is. I can't remember. We did
Is it
see
10?
every house if we want. It's exhausting. Like you don't have to
Really
go
is.
at as fast a pace as they did. They have group RIP tours and then more private ones too, and you can kind of pick and choose.
And they have stops at bars, which is nice. One of the bars one year was down on the floor in Men in Black Aliens Attack, so it looks like you're in the headquarters of Men in Black. That's fun.
Yeah, and actually that headquarters area of Men in Black kind of ties into something else that I had seen on my list. Something that's cool that they do there is probably not right now, but usually they have all kinds of behind the scenes tours of the rides that you can just ask one of the team members at the line if they've got a tour going that day and get your name on the list. And they kind of let you go back and see things. So you can take the immigration tour at Men in Black Alien Attack, and they'll show you around the that office room in the building.
That normally you're up above it when you're in the queue.
Yeah, the queue wraps around the.
Yeah, and I had heard of that one, but I didn't realize that they do a whole bunch of other ones. Well, I've heard of the you can do that at Hogwarts Castle also. If you don't want to do the ride, you can just tour the castle. But they'll also take you behind the scenes of the temple at Skull Island, Reign of Kong.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. That's cool.
That's such a cool set there.
To show you the set and Easter eggs and all kinds of other stuff. They also will take you back behind the scenes through the laboratory on the Hulk coaster.
Oh, cool.
And how do you just ask the cast member at the attraction?
Yeah, ask a cast member in the line at the attraction, and if they have one available, they'll sign you up and let you know when the time is. They also do a tour of Race Through New York with Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, thanks.
Well, maybe if you could just go up and watch the show without having to ride the ride, it might not be quite so awful.
Yeah, I do like
Jimmy Fallon's in it. No.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the best part about the show upstairs. It's everybody that's not Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I love it's kind of like a Tonight Show museum, and you stop in front of the exhibit, and it's got one of those cool acoustic things overhead, so you can only hear whatever it is you're looking at that exhibit, and it's all the different hosts and memorabilia from their time as a host. That's cool.
And they even have Conan O'Brien.
Yes.
Who should be on that ride.
Yeah.
It should be his ride.
I don't know exactly what they show you on Mummy, but there's a tour of Revenge of the Mummy that they do, and you can take a bank tour of Gringotts.
I think they make you finally get him his coffee.
No.
When I did the VIP tour, we did go behind the scenes at the Mummy, and they take you underneath the track and basically like all the different turns, so you can look up and see all the set pieces that everybody's experiencing. And then they had to stop.
Neat.
They had to stop under this one point, and it's right when the fire blows out. And I mean, it's blowing out like right over your head, and you can just feel the heat coming down. It was pretty cool.
That's cool. That was just on a VIP tour that you did?
Yeah, that was for our Spring Fling conference we did. And then we all did VIP tours. The tour guides for the VIP tours, for the most part, I think when you're doing a private tour, they'll basically say like, what rides do you want to see? Very
much, yes.
Yeah. And so
they're VIP tours. Right? If you pay for the private one, they'll just ask you what you want to do. And
yeah. And that was really cool because there was some stuff that our group just didn't want to do that was headliner stuff. So
we did. My family and Jeff's family did one of those on our Thanksgiving trip one year, and our kids were basically like, "We want to ride Hogwarts as many times as possible." And the kids rode that thing so many times in a row, and I hung in there and went on with them one more time than I should have. Then
she got to see Moaning Myrtle or whatever in the while she vomited.
She was Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah, exactly. And then they did it a few times beyond that. That was the first time they'd ever ridden it.
5 times in a row.
It was the first time that any of our kids had ever done it, and they loved it so much. And they want to do. I want to do the motorcycle seat in, then I want to be in the sidecar, and then I want to swap.
I love the idea, though, of doing, instead of just riding stuff over and over that I've already ridden, seeing this backstage stuff. So it's cool to know that you can do some of that. Heather went to a function, and I know they do it for all sorts of different functions. This was a Universal sponsored thing, but the party was down in that area in Men in Black that you talked about. They had like a cocktail reception down in the immigration center there.
They have all kinds of just cool little tucked away spots like that. Mostly because all of their stuff has been designed by set designers, which you really feel when you're back in Hogwarts, especially.
Sometimes I wish they had been designed by theme park designers so that they would understand there will be a lot of people in here.
Especially at Diagon Alley, those shops are tiny. Yeah. And during COVID, you don't want to be in a gift shop with 100 other people. Mm-hmm. But have any of you ever done the live band karaoke in City Walk?
I like watching.
What's it called? Rising Star?
Catch a Rising Star?
Rising Star, yes. Yeah. There's backup singers and a full band, and it's
I'm scared
fun.
Enough to do regular karaoke. I can't imagine getting up with a band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cousin
I'm saving my karaoke for when I go to Japan. You can get a little cubicle. So
I've done those.
About anybody seeing you.
Yeah, that's fun.
But it's funny because they do broadcast those performances outside into the general area.
But you can't see
You don't see the
crowd.
people mocking you.
Yeah.
Speaking of, like, you're talking about how cool this little area is designed into the lands and the ride buildings and stuff. Just the streets of New York area, if you really kind of poke into what's there,
Oh, yeah.
it's like super immersive. And there's cool little alleys that you're like, why is there an alley here? But it's just because they wanted to put a back alley so they could make it look like, old, tiny.
Or somewhere
should
for
go
that
back
Blues
there.
Brothers car to drive.
Right, yeah.
Well, there's a few little alleys you can't see from either side till you go in it, and it's fully decorated.
Right, yeah. It's super immersive.
They
It's
used
really
to
cool.
film a lot on the New York section of that park, and that's one of the reasons why there's not a lot of attractions built into that section. It was one of the most used. You can see that in the Creed video. There's like the one where he's in a boat in a city. That's New York backlot of Universal Studios.
Oh, cool.
Creed,
So
the
I don't think they use. Yeah, the old Christian rock band Creed.
Oh,
I don't know what the song is, but he's sitting in like a rowboat in a city, like a flooded city, and it's just.
I'm gonna find that.
It goes like.
Nailed it. Wow. Who knew they were
Creed
a
is the
special
flows
guest
of
this
music.
week?
Creed was the original Nickelback.
Oh, yes.
Like that was the
that's
band
true.
that no one liked, but yet they were selling millions of albums. Like somebody's liking it and won't admit it.
It's a secret.
And then natural progression, we get Donald Trump.
Ooh. Speaking of dinosaurs, the Jurassic Park Discovery Center seems like a pretty cool place to at least cool off inside. And if you've got young dino enthusiasts, they probably enjoy.
Who doesn't have a young dino enthusiast at some time in their life?
I doesn't.
Wyatt was never into that when he was little.
I always thought dinosaurs were bullshit.
Well, we had a
Creationist?
yeah, right?
That's just such a funny thought. Like every kid loves dinosaurs.
Every kid does love them.
Not
We
impressed.
used to like going in there.
I wanted it to look more like the one from the movie. It doesn't look enough.
Yeah,
Like
this
it's
one they
supposed to.
did spare some expense.
Well, they have to somewhere.
Is there any cool extra hidden gem at Fast and Furious that we're overlooking? Surely
You
there was
count the
something
floozies?
there.
The queue of Fast and Furious would be cool if you were a car guy, because there's a
I suppose that's true.
ton of cars and stuff in there.
It's full of references to old Universal attractions as well. So
That's true.
if you're into that stuff, you can find little Easter eggs to Back to the Future ride, the old Beetlejuice show.
Well, didn't we figure out that COVID has permanently killed it? That maybe it's going to be raised and have something
It
else
really
up
needs
there?
to be.
or is it just a momentary? It was one of the things that they shut down so that they didn't have to staff it during
Yeah,
COVID.
but then back in September, it was the only one that didn't reopen when the crowds picked up.
Right. That's why we kind of all were thinking,
Yeah, they're going to put a permanent
maybe it's
Julia
dead.
Stiles ride in there. And stuff.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah.
The Julia Stiles party bus ride.
They go move her apartment from Blue Man over to.
Yes.
Thank you for riding the Julia Stiles party bus. We're gonna have a really great time today, everybody. I don't know if you've seen me in the Bourne films.
And only those films.
So you think you can dance, or I don't know, maybe it was 10 Things I Hate About You. I don't know.
That sounds like a pretty good day.
Real low key, super chill. Thanks for hanging out with us again this week. If you're excited to ride the movies at Universal Orlando Resort or explore anywhere else around the world, Key to the World Travel has a 1,280-foot deep open pit diamond mine in Russia full of 175 million carats worth of diamond and hundreds of expert travel planners ready to make your vacation dreams a reality. Head to www.keytotheworldtravel.com to get started with a no-obligation quote. Don't forget to catch up with our friend, the Theme Park Professor, for all the latest theme park news and tips at www.themeparkprofessor.com. Word of mouth is always the best way to help us grow our show. If you have a friend or two who you think would appreciate our special brand of globe-trotting jackassery, tell them what makes our show so great and send them our way. You can find links to subscribe to the show on your favorite apps and all the latest updates at www.goldkeyadventurers.com. We can't wait to hang out with you again next week. See you real soon.
Bye-bye.
There are no special hidden gems at Flows.
To ask a question or share your travel story, you can reach us by smoke signal, carrier pigeon, or send an email to goldkeyadventurers@gmail.com. And make sure you follow the Gold Key Adventure Society on Facebook and Instagram. A huge thanks to our sponsor, Key to the World Travel. For all your travel planning needs, visit www.keytotheworldtravel.com for a free quote and help planning the trip of a lifetime. Tell them the Gold Key Adventurers sent you. That's www.keytotheworldtravel.com. Key to the World Travel, your key to a magical vacation. Thanks to Outer Vibe for the use of their song Hoka Hey for the intro and outro of our show. Find them on Facebook at The Outer Vibe or check out www.outervibe.com for tour dates, music, merch, and more. We'll see you next week for another meeting of the Gold Key Adventure Society. And until then, remember, life is short and the world is wide, so go have an adventure.